Professionally, I'm the president of the American Association for Section Therapists. I educate therapists around the arena to deal with sexual dependency. Joe Rogan simply dropped a few shocking truths about Doug Weiss, and it's got all and sundry talking. Weiss, once renowned for his reputedly perfect life, is now within the highlight for all the wrong motives. Rogan's revelations have sparked questions on Weiss's marriage, his divorce, and whether his public image turned into all just a facade. What really went wrong in the back of closed doors, and how did Rogan discover it all? Be a part of us as we dive into the cracks in Doug's non-public lifestyles and the fallout from those bombshell revelations. Doug Weiss's best marriage. Joe Rogan, famously called America's largest podcaster, comic, and UFC shade commentator, has just dropped some stunning revelations on his famous podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, and this time it's far about Doug Weiss, a well-known psychologist who often provided apparently best private existence while excelling in his career as one of America's high-quality psychologists. Vacations can be challenging. They're challenging for numerous reasons. Number one is US due to the fact if we've been addicted for years or a long time, we're spiritually and emotionally, morally immature. His focus changed into on solving marriages falling apart because of intimacy troubles. He helped couples reconnect emotionally. Alternatively, of getting a divorce, he additionally labored with people whose partners demanded too much intimacy from them. However, this is approximately to turn on him as revelations approximately the purpose for the breakdown of his 3 decades vintage marriage are being exposed. It appears the physician is now a victim of what he treats properly. Stay tuned as we explore the information of his divorce and what exactly were given. People speaking. Doug Weiss and Lisa Weiss's marriage became as soon as considered as a picture best union. The couple met within the early 1990s while running in the same subject of psychology and counseling. Their shared ardor for helping others create sturdy relationships drew them nearer, and they fast developed a bond that many well-known. Doug and Lisa tied the knot in a private yet heartfelt rite. Surrounded by using close family and buddies in the course of their a long time of marriage, Doug and Lisa cultivated a picture of unity and love. Their public appearances regularly meditated a partnership rooted in mutual recognize and a shared vision for life. Doug often credited Lisa as his anchor, a person who supported his career and helped him balance his traumatic professional commitments. The Weiss family have become a role model for plenty, favorite for his or her near bond and sturdy values. Doug and Lisa raised their 4 children, Aaron Weiss, Desiree Smith Carter, Andy Weiss, and Adam Weiss. Their children were raised in a loving domestic or so all people idea, with their parents instilling in them values of faith, discipline, and love. Their parenting style turned into seen as planned and nurturing, with the couple often emphasizing the importance of own family time. No matter their busy lives, in interviews and workshops, Doug frequently shared memories in their family lifestyles, painting a photograph of a harmonious family together. They exemplified a loving and supportive family, with every toddler contributing to the experience of harmony that defined their home. Doug and Liza's marriage wasn't only a personal success, it became a part of Doug's expert identification as a psychologist focusing on intimacy and marriage counseling for folks who have been married as Christians and they are at home. They sense disconnected, they sense by myself, they experience undesirable. We are going to dig into this today to help you help them. Doug frequently used his personal marriage as a version for the concepts he taught the Weiss family's. Vacation traditions, faith-based values, and obtrusive camaraderie had been broadly celebrated and envied. Given this advantageous photograph, the statement in their divorce in 2023 sent shockwaves via their network, and fans many couldn't reconcile the seemingly best photograph in their marriage with the reality of its dissolution. For a person whose work focused on constructing healthy relationships, this discovery changed into mainly ironic. Lovers expressed disbelief, with some speculating about hidden struggles of their union. Many have puzzled how a relationship professional should fail so publicly in his very own marriage. It's ironic, one commenter wrote online, that a person who constructed his career on coaching others the way to keep their marriages together could not keep his own. Others were sympathetic, noting that even the most in-demand relationships face challenges. Their divorce marked the end of an era for people who had looked as much as the Weiss circle of relatives as a symbol of marital fulfillment, leaving many wondering what simply went wrong behind closed doorways. Ultimately, the divorce between Doug and Lisa Weiss become finalized in advance this year. However, the information continued to be indistinct. Neither celebration has made public statements approximately the reasons for his or her split, which has most effective fueled speculation. A few insiders claim that the couple's busy schedules and professional commitments caused a developing distance among them. Others hint at deeper troubles, suggesting that Doug won't have lived as much as the ideas he so often preached, as if the blow to his credibility become now not enough just months after Doug Weiss released a piece of news that left all of us dumbfounded. What is this news? Keep looking to discover the stunning remarriage. Just as humans have been getting better from the information of their loved marriage, physiologist and counselor being divorced, they had been hit with any other information, and this time it might smash the whole lot they believed in and stood for months after Dr. Dio's divorce from his first wife. He got married once more, and this time to the distinguished Joni Lamb. Joni Lamb, a outstanding Christian broadcaster, is the president and co-founding father of DAR Television Network, a global Christian network attaining millions. The network reaches over 110 million homes within the US and over 5 billion humans international. Also, she is the executive producer and host of Joni TBL Speak, an award-winning talk display, and co-host of Ministry Now Daystar's Daily Live broadcast. Joni met Dr. Doug Weiss after she skilled a deep private loss. Joan's husband, Marcus Lamb, passed away in 2021, and here she mentioned that she remained thankfully unmarried until she met Doug Weiss. What bonded them together became their robust religion in God and their shared experiences in marriage counseling. Their relationship blossomed quick, with Doug offering on New Year's Eve at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs. Their courtship became marked with the aid of deep conversations, approximately faith, shared values, and the vision they had for his or her future destiny. Doug, regarded for his work in relationships and private increase quick, had become a supply of energy for Joni. She has spoken about how their journey became packed with mutual understanding and admire, letting them build a robust foundation earlier than their marriage. Joni described their union as divinely orchestrated, sharing how she felt God steering at some point of their journey. She stated that Doug Weiss had subjected himself to collection of wondering as regards the reason for his divorce, and if it changed into now not against biblical requirements. She additionally cited that her Christian pals had attested to the truth that God is pleased with their union, and that the two of them had saved their purity and attended series of counseling earlier than the bridal ceremony. In the end, they had been married on June 10, 2023, in a ceremony officiated via Jimmy Evans, who praised their relationship's integrity. By way of the electricity vested in me by means of the country of Texas, in Jesus Christ, I present to you Dr. Douglas Weiss and Mrs. Smart, fanatics for life, guys and spouse. Now they work collectively on Ministry Now, combining their religion and knowledge to encourage others. Even as the newlyweds enjoy the early beginnings of marriage once more, the timing of their marriage has sparked controversy. Many have been dissatisfied, feeling that Doug's brief remarriage raises questions about the overlap between his relationships with Lisa and Joni. This hypothesis has been fueled via the truth that Doug and Joni have been pals before their romantic involvement. However, both have maintained that their dating started after their respective losses. The demise of Joan's husband and Doug's divorce. In reaction to criticism surrounding their relationship, Joni Lamb openly addressed public worries, emphasizing that she is dedicated to her newlywed husband and her faith, while some voices questioned the timing of their union. She stated these concerns, stating, "All I can say is that each person approaches grief differently. For me, this changed into the timeline I turned into on." Also, she emphasized that their dating become not something she sought out, pointing out that she wasn't searching and had no want to accomplish, that she believes their union changed into made through God, and she and Doug are at peace with the progression of their dating. By way of brazenly discussing their adventure and the demanding situations they face, Joni and Doug aim to offer transparency and know-how to their target audience, reinforcing their dedication to every other and their faith-pushed undertaking. Despite the scrutiny, Joni and Doug remain steadfast of their determination to their paintings and every other they maintain to co-host Ministry Now on DAR Television, community that specialize in topics associated with faith, relationships, and personal growth. Their shared project is to inspire and aid others through their programming, providing a united the front amid public speculation. But this Meals did not sought after his image, relied on his words, and sought his guidance, but the revelations, approximately his non-public alternatives, and the lawsuits, approximately his counseling techniques, have proven that nobody is resistant to scrutiny no longer, even those who seem to have all of it together. Public figures, in particular those in fields like counseling or spirituality, have a completely unique obligation to version the values they preach. When that doesn't happen, accept as true with is broken, and rebuilding it could be nearly impossible. Rogan frequently speaks about the strained public figures face to hold. A really perfect photo in Weiss's state of affairs is a textbook example. It is clean to get stuck up in performing flawless, but in brand new international social media and 247th scrutiny, authenticity is extra valuable than perfection. The general public can forgive mistakes, but handiest when there's a sincere attempt to acknowledge and research from them. So what do you think about those revelations? Do you believe you studied public figures like Doug Weiss deserve privateness, or is it truthful game while their personal pics warfare with their public roles? Let us recognize your opinion in the remark phase below. Recollect to love percentage and subscribe for more. Additionally, click on the following video proven in your screen. You'll experience it.